If you're part of the LGBTQ community, okay, if you are, where are you better off, Florida or California?
Florida.
What do you think? I'm actually curious. What
Zero clue. I don't know. I'm not part of that community.
You were hanging out with them. That's what I'm asking.
I know them. You were
but I'm New York. Like
I don't make my decisions based on what's good for them.
But actually think about it.
I don't know.
Think about where are they going to be better off, in Florida or California? Well, let me ask the question a different way. Where are you better off if you're running a business, Florida or California?
Florida.
Okay. Where are you better if you can't stand wearing a mask?
Florida.
Okay. Where are you better if you are part of the LGBTQ community?
I would say California because they're very.
What is Florida doing to actively discriminate against LGBTQ?
That's exactly where I'm
Nothing.
going.
I don't Florida, the whole knock it. You've seen the thing. Yeah. Don't say gay.
Right.
Don't say gay.
I mean, that again.
Don't say gay. That's the whole thing.
But by the way, when you poach, which is what he's doing and what DeSantis is doing, this is a poaching game. Okay, when you're poaching, who's DeSantis poaching?
Californians.
Business owners.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, come here and open up.
Yeah, listen, come over here. Business owners who are independent, responsible.
You and me.
Yeah. Who is Newsom trying to poach?
The people that are just leaving the state. Just regular residents.
But I'm actually being very serious. Who is he trying to poach? So he's targeting LGBTQ community. Fine. That's the community you want to put. What other community? So do you think his argument for business owners leaving Florida to California, how many business owners do you think will leave Florida to go to California?
After that speech?
Yeah.
Let me think.
Zero.
No, but I'm being serious.
I don't think any.
How can you poach them? Is he going to poach guys that don't like high taxes? Is he going to poach guys that are willing to go out there and start a business? And, is he going to poach those guys? He's not.
No.
So his campaign, who you think is going to watch that and be inspired to want to come to your state?
He's recruiting victims.
None of the people you want. So guess what,
Bingo.
DeSantis? If you're recruiting victims, and if I am DeSantis, and Newsom says this, if Newsom said that, if I'm DeSantis, I say, go to California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My campaign would be very simple. If you like high taxes, if you like a ton of entitlement programs, if you like to be forced to take the vaccine, if you like to be forced to put on the mask, if you want to, I have a great state for you to move to. It's called California.
If you like the worst homelessness in the nation,
FYI, if I'm the leader of the Republican Party, the Conservative Party right now, and I'm not talking about I'm talking about strategists behind closed doors.
Yeah, the campaign people.
Guess what I'm doing? I'm getting all the state governors together, and I'm saying, guys, what's the one state you're never going to win, and it doesn't matter anyways?
California.
Why don't you send everybody with one-way Greyhound tickets straight to California? Let's fund it. Mm-hmm. You know what that does? That locks in your state. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's sell California is the state to move if you're the following category.
That's brilliant.
Let's go there. Go for it. And you start driving it. Hey, listen, you feel like that? You should move to California.
Yeah.
You should move to California. You should move to California. You should move to California. You should move to California.
Yeah.
And business owners going to be like, but if you're this, you should move to Florida. You should move to Tennessee. You should move to Texas. You should move to this. So
I'm one of those people too. As I was reading that, being a person that just moved here from California, Pat, I'm sorry, but I'm going back. He sold me right there.
You're rescinding?
I'm
rescind the
your offer. You know what? Take that offer. You know where you can stick it. I'm going back because you nailed it too. I want the homelessness. I want the taxes. I want, because, the second pandemic is coming, and trust me, if you want to be in a fucking place that stays to what Fauci and them say, I'm going back to Florida and back to Cali. So,
by the way, I would love to see a Newsom DeSantis presidential election. I would love that.
By the way,
I would love to get the Biden-Trump situation.
Yeah.
Let's close that chapter. Let's let some 40 and 50-year-olds
I love that.
And let the market decide.
I love that.
Let the market decide.
Who do you think be honest, who do you think?
I think that DeSantis would be the favorite.
I think so too.
And I'd love to see that. Let's get some new ideas, get some fresh ideas, bring your California, bring your Florida stuff, and let's have a real intellectual debate.
You guys should have seen back when I was in Cali when the Newsom recall was going on. I've never seen that many people out loud at the gas station and shit be like just pissed off. They're just angry. They were just like, we got to get this guy the hell out of there. And I think Larry Elder was like, no, they still lost. I mean,
by a landslide.
But people that were scared to talk were coming out and just openly saying like, dude, what the hell are these? But that, again, going back to my point, that is the most loyal party, the left in Cali.
I would be driving everybody to California.
100%.
I would do this. I would do a press conference and I would say, Governor Newsom, I'd like to, at no cost to your state at all. You don't need to pay me a salary. I'm not going to take money away from your tax revenues that you're bringing in. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Consider me your chief recruiting officer. Okay,
exactly.
Strategy.
And here's what I'd like to say to folks.
Who are you saying this as?
I'm saying this to Newsom.
Okay.
And if you're the following, and I'm going to go through it. If you like this, I highly, highly recommend you move to California. Mm-hmm. Highly recommend. Yeah. Go there if you like these following things. Anyways, listen. People in California, like, you know how you're saying. You just said right now, I was in a gas station, I was in this, I was in that, I was in this, I was in that. Like, oh my God, everybody wanted this guy out. Not really. Not in California. They did not. Okay. The core people that live in California don't want this guy out. The part when I said on World Star, when Biden put that up and 99% of all the people trashed him, that's America to me.
Okay.
Believe it or not, to me, that's more America than what California thinks, because that to me is not America. That's California. California is like France.
It's its
own country.
Yeah.
There's a game behind the game here. To step back from this to look at what Newsom's trying to do. Here's a game. Where is the money for the presidential elections? Is it in the individual campaigns, or is it a DNC? It's a DNC, because when you win the primary, the DNC's got the big treasure chest and they drive that hard. But the DNC also controls the greenlighting system of whether you're allowed to primary a sitting president in your own party. Right now, they need the midterm election to be done, and it's going to be bad. They need Q3 economic. It's going to be bad. They need the Q4 economic report, and it's probably going to be bad. With those three items, Pat, mark my words, the DNC will subtly allow formal primary activities against Biden. Right now, the DNC will not permit it. They will not permit you to go up against a sitting president. What Newsom is doing is he's testing, because he's going to test this, and they're going to run all those phone calls. If you've ever taken a political phone call. Did you see recently so-and-so said so-and-so? Yeah, well, how did you think about that? And they ask you, they're going to be testing this to see how this campaign speech, this stump speech that he just did, worked against DeSantis. And they're going to be making the case, hey, listen, we're the only viable candidate. Kamala Harris, not her.
Nope.
We're the viable candidate. You need to be behind us. You need to allow the greenlighting process to happen. You need to allow me to start doing primary work in earnest. And when the DNC behind closed doors subtly says, okay, Gavin, you can start preparing primary.
Bash against.
That's when it will happen. Have you ever noticed that all of a sudden you go from speculative Iowa candidates to suddenly there would be actually validated Iowa candidates in both political parties? That's when the RNC, DNC step up.
That's it.
And that's when the big dollars start to come out. Now, you have to raise money as a campaign, but there's bigger dollars behind you. And Newsom is campaigning less against DeSantis right now, Pat, but he's campaigning against Biden with the DNC to be the guy they get behind if they're going to primary a sitting president.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.